Hello guys, what's up? How are you doing? I hope you're doing great and amazing. Welcome to my channel one more time. My name is Mohammed Samad. I'm your English trainer. النهاردة بنكمل مع بعض كورس الاستماع، تحسين وتقوية الاستماع في اللغة الإنجليزية. وده كورس مهم جدا جدا جدا. زي ما انتوا عارفين الاستماع listening هي أول مهارة في أي لغة نتعلمها. So that's why we have to practice and listen too many times, and too much. Like 80% of the time you have to listen, to native speakers, to audios, to videos, movies, TV shows, everything, So نكمل مع بعض unit 6, هناخد النهارده unit 6 كل المحادثات و conversations و listen comprehension اللي فيها, مع unit 6 النهارده. Alright, so staying in shape. نتكلم في unit 6 في top notch 1 بتتكلم عن staying in shape. ازاي تبقى في شكل كويس. كانت بتتكلم عن gym, كانت بتتكلم عن health, fitness, كانت بتتكلم عن رياضة. So كانت بتتكلم plan an activity with someone. Alright, talk about habitual activities, نشاطات بتعملها عادة. discuss fitness and eating habits, زي الأكل والعادات الأكل والفitness واللياقة. describe someone's routines, وازاي توصف routine شخص بتاع كل يوم. طيب أول lesson عندنا اللي هو photo story. read or listen to people talking about playing tennis. شاطر اتنين بيتكلموا عن لعب التنس. So let's listen to this conversation.
Page 63. Exercise C. Photo story. Read and listen to people talking about playing tennis.
Hi, Joy. What are you up to?
Lynn, how are you? I'm playing tennis, actually, in the park.
You play tennis? I didn't know that.
I do. About 3 times a week. Do you play?
Not as much as I'd like to.
Well, why don't we make a date to play sometime?
That would be great.
Hey, how about your husband? Would he like to come too?
No way. Ken's a real couch potato. He just watches TV and eats junk food. He's so out of shape.
Too bad. My husband's crazy about tennis.
Listen, I'm on my way home right now. Let's talk next week, okay?
Terrific.
Okay guys, so you understand the conversation, of course. Well, what are you up to? What are you doing? What's up? So how are you? I'm playing tennis actually in the park. You play tennis? I didn't know that. I do about 3 times a week. 3 مرات في الأسبوع. Do you play? Not as much as I'd like to. Why don't we make a date? That's a suggestion, recommendation. Why don't we make a date to play sometime? So why don't we play tennis sometimes? Well, would you like to play tennis sometimes? The same meaning. So couch potato, as we said, like lazy, very lazy, like is watching TV and eating junk food. That means couch potato, right? So someone is couch potato means is very lazy and eats junk food and like is so out of shape. So is not fit, so out of shape, like he doesn't exercise at all. Alright, so crazy about, loves tennis. My husband's crazy about something. If you're crazy about something, you love this thing. So I'm on my way home right now. Let's talk next week. Terrific. Let's listen one more time to the conversation.
Page 63. Exercise C. Photo story. Read and listen to people talking about playing tennis.
Hi, Joy. What are you up to?
Lynn, how are you? I'm playing tennis, actually, in the park.
You play tennis? I didn't know that.
I do. About 3 times a week. Do you play?
Not as much as I'd like to.
Well, why don't we make a date to play sometime?
That would be great.
Hey, how about your husband? Would he like to come too?
No way. Ken's a real couch potato. He just watches TV and eats junk food. He's so out of shape.
Too bad. My husband's crazy about tennis.
Listen, I'm on my way home right now. Let's talk next week, okay?
Terrific.
Okay guys, so let's move on to the next conversation model. This conversation is talking about two people planning an activity together. Okay, so I'll read and listen to two people planning an activity together, right? So let's listen to this conversation.
Page 65. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to two people planning an activity together.
Hey, Phil, why don't we go bike riding sometime?
Great idea. When's good for you?
Tomorrow at 3?
Sorry, I can't. I have to meet my sister at the airport.
Well, how about Sunday afternoon at 2?
That sounds fine. See you then.
Okay, دول طبعا اتنين بيقترح واحد قبل واحد صاحبه فبيقترح عليه وهم go bike riding sometime. Great idea. When's good for you? Tomorrow at 3? بعد ما وافقوش قالوا sorry I can't. I have to meet my sister at the airport. Well, how about Sunday afternoon at 2? طلعوا مع التاني. That sounds fine. So we agreed, okay, for the invitation. See you then. Okay. ده دلوقتي هتسمع وتكرر جملة بجملة ورا native speaker. Repeating is important guys. دي practice بتاعتنا. فلازم تكرر ورا native speaker.
Page 65. Exercise B. Rhythm and intonation. Listen again and repeat in the pauses. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
Hey, Phil, why don't we go bike riding sometime?
Great idea. When's good for you?
Tomorrow at 3?
Sorry, I can't. I have to meet my sister at the airport.
Well, how about Sunday afternoon at 2?
That sounds fine. See you then.
Okay guys, let's move on to the next lesson. Talk about habitual activities. So places for physical activities, okay? And then a park, a gym, a track, a pool, an athletic field, a golf course, a tennis court. Okay, so let's read them and repeat after the native speaker.
Page 66. Vocabulary. Places for physical activities. Exercise A. Read and listen.
A park, a gym, a track, a pool, an athletic field, a golf course, a tennis court.
Now listen again and repeat in the pauses.
A park, a gym, a track, a pool, an athletic field, a golf course, a tennis court.
Okay guys, here is another conversation model. Read or listen to two people talking about habitual activities. Okay, عادات يومية اللي بيعملوها في حياتهم. Okay, so let's listen to this conversation.
Page 67. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to two people talking about habitual activities.
Hey, Nancy. Where are you off to?
Hi, Trish. I'm going to the gym.
Really? Don't you usually go there on weekends?
Yes, but not this weekend.
How come?
Because this weekend I'm going to the beach.
Okay, so فيش حاجة صعبة. Where are you off to? رايح فين? Hi Trish. I'm going to the gym. Really? Don't you usually go there on weekends? Yes, but not this weekend. How come means why. Why? Because this weekend I'm going to the beach. Choose an excuse. Okay, so let's listen and repeat every sentence after the native speaker.
Page 67. Exercise B. Rhythm and intonation. Listen again and repeat in the pauses. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
Hey, Nancy. Where are you off to?
Hi, Trish. I'm going to the gym.
Really? Don't you usually go there on weekends?
Yes, but not this weekend.
How come?
Because this weekend I'm going to the beach.
Okay, guys, so let's move on to the next lesson. We have lesson number 3, discuss fitness and eating habits. Okay, so this is lesson for main idea, lesson and comprehension. So the 3 guys talking about their fitness and eating habits. Okay, فاحنا طبعا حالين الكلام ده في المحاضرة بتاعت السيشن ديت. Okay, so we're gonna just listen to the conversation here or what they're talking about. Okay, عشان نمرن دماغنا ونفهم. شوف هتفهم قد ايه كم في المية. Okay, من اللي انت هتسمعه دلوقتي. Okay, لان مفيش هنا transcript. Okay, اللي هو مفيش كلام بتاع المحادثة ده هنا كلام بس. Okay, شوف هتسمع قد ايه كم في المية, how many percentage, okay, are you going to get from this listening. Alright, عشان تشوف مستواك, هل انت هتستوعب 50% ولا 60% ولا 90%, على حسب. وكده بتكون بتقدر تحدد مستواك. انت بتسمع كويس ووصلت في listening practice في listening skill عندك بقت كويسة ولا لا.
Page 68. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Listen for main ideas. Listen to people talking about their fitness and eating habits. Check the box if the person exercises regularly. Jessica Miller.
I'm Jessica Miller. I run a lot to stay in shape, about 5 days a week, for about 45 minutes to, I'd say an hour and a half for each run. I do that all year round, winter and summer. I try to eat well, too. I eat a lot of greens and a lot of fruit. I don't eat much meat, and I try to avoid fried foods or foods that are high in fat as much as possible. But the truth is, with all the running I do, I can pretty much eat anything I want. I always eat breakfast. I never skip it. I think it's an important meal. I like desserts, but I generally avoid candy, except for chocolate. But if I do eat chocolate, it has to be good chocolate. Oh, and I drink lots of water. Never soda, but lots of water.
Juan Ranieri.
I'm Juan Ranieri. What do I do to stay in shape? As far as exercise goes, I go to the gym and lift weights on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then I run on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I also try to eat right. I actually eat 5 or 6 small, simple meals each day, rather than 2 or 3 big ones. So you'll always see me munching on something. I generally avoid sodas and sweets, and I drink a large glass of water with each meal. I eat pretty healthy food 6 days a week, and then on Sundays, I pig out on junk food. Pizza, burgers, ice cream, just about anything I want.
Naomi Sato.
Hi, Naomi Sato here. Exercise? Well, the truth is I generally don't exercise at all. Occasionally I go for walks with my daughters, but not that often. You know, I'd like to get a lot more exercise, but I really don't have time for it. As far as eating goes, I try to eat right. We eat salmon or some other kind of fish at least once a week, and we eat lots of salads. We try to eat fruits and vegetables every day. Luckily, my daughters love vegetables, especially broccoli. And unfortunately, I have a sweet tooth. I love cookies. I make cookies with my daughters every weekend.
Okay guys, so انت ودماغك بقى، انت وشوف انت يعني استوعبت قد ايه اوكي وفهمت ايه من ال 3 people talked دول اوكي different nationalities different accents سمعتها اوكي. فشوف بقى انت استوعبت قد ايه، وبناء على كده يبقى انت محتاج تحسن من الليسن اللي انت تسمع اكتر اوكي. هو يعني اشتغل على لسن على حسب لسن سكيل ازاي، لان انا اسمع كتير من سبيكرز اوكي. يبقى عندي كلمات او حصيل كلمات كتيرة جدا عشان افهم اللي انا هستقبله اوكي، او اللي انا هسمعه افهم كلام. يبقى ما عنديش كلمات يبقى مش هفهم الكلام اللي هتقلي او اللي انا هسمعه اوكي، لان ما عنديش كلمات كتير. alright so just have to listen more. listen 80%, speak 20% اوكي، عشان توصل 100% في الكلام والفهم okay. So if you want to be a good speaker you have to be a good listener, but listening comes first. Listening is the key to be a good speaker, a good English speaker okay. عشان تبقى متحدث كويس لازم تسمع كويس تبقى مستمع كويس okay. طيب تعال نكمل. alright so third person singular الاس في حالتها خدناها في فوناتكس كورس صوتيات اللي في الاي 4 سايبهولك. طبعا كورس صوتيات ده مهم جدا جدا جدا، وده اللي بيخليك او بيخلي النطق عندك ومخارج الحروف عندك مظبوطه، فده اللي بيحسن عندك الاكسنت، فالبرونسيشن ده مهم جدا اوكي. فتعال نسمع وقرر ورا ان سبيكر. فاحنا قلنا الحالات بتاعت الاس انها pronounce اس زي اي زي اوكي. اس امتى تيجي بعد voiceless or unvoiced sound اوكي، لو احنا خدنا الvoiced والunvoiced تمام. الunvoiced sound اللي زي الP والT والK كده اللي هو مفيش vibration. voice sound اللي هو في vibration والvowels اوكي، دي voiced sounds اوكي. و IZ بعد ال CH والS والZ اوكي، نطق IZ. so sleeps eats works اوكي. so هنا بنطقها S زي ما هي. طيب لو جت بعد goes like go هنا goes اوكي، فده vowel sound فهنا voice sound اوكي. so goes نطق Z. plays Z semi vowel ده Y. avoids D voice sound so جت بعدها S نطق Z. IZ like watches CH SH Z و S اوكي. لو جت بعد الاربع حروف دول او الاربع sounds دول يبقى هتنطق IZ like watches exercises munches okay. so let's listen from the native speaker and repeat after the native speaker.
Page 68. Pronunciation. Third person singular S. Exercise A. Read and listen to the 3 third person singular endings.
Sleeps. Eats. Works.
Goes. Plays. Avoids.
Watches. Exercises. Munches.
Now listen again and repeat in the pauses.
Sleeps. Eats. Works.
Goes. Plays. Avoids.
Watches. Exercises. Munches.
Okay guys, so هنا يبقى هنا جايبها third person singular. sorry مش مش في الجمع، هنا في الأفعال المفرد اوكي. singular مفرد اللي هو he sleeps, he eats, she eats, he works right اوكي. يبقى دي في الأفعال اللي هو third person singular في الأفعال اللي هي بتاخد s اوكي. أو في الجمع برضه نفس الحكاية for the same thing اوكي، وجت في جمع like books. Okay, so let's move on to see the other conversation and lesson 4. This is a reading about, okay, describe someone's routines. Okay, when you think you can't, for Mark Zupan and Bethany Hamilton. نتكلم عن الاتنين دول والروتين بتاعهم. So let's listen to them carefully.
Page 70. Reading. Read and listen. When you think you can't.
Mark Zupan. A terrible accident in 1993 made Mark Zupan a quadriplegic and changed his life forever. He cannot move his arms or legs normally, and he has to take medication so his legs don't shake. However, after a lot of hard work, he can now use his arms to move his wheelchair, and he can even stand for a short time and take a few slow steps. Zupan, or Zoop to his friends, plays quad rugby, a sport for people in wheelchairs. He's a quad rugby champion, winning a gold medal in the 2008 Paralympic Games. I dream about running all the time, he says, but you can't live in the past. Today, Zupan gives talks and raises money for his sport. Anyone who spends time with him forgets that he's in a wheelchair. He lifts weights at the gym every day, drives a car, and goes to rock concerts. A lot of people think quadriplegics can't do anything, he says. To stay in shape, Zupan is careful about his diet and avoids unhealthy and fatty foods. Just think of me as a human being and an athlete, because that's who I am.
Bethany Hamilton. Surfer Bethany Hamilton had a dream. She wanted to be a champion in her sport, but in 2003, she lost her left arm when she was attacked by a shark in Hawaii. 3 weeks later, she was surfing again. Because she can only use one arm, she has to use her legs more to help her go in the right direction. She's a strong competitive surfer, winning first place in 2005 in the NSSA National Championships. She appears on TV and writes books about her experience. Hamilton wants to help other people follow their dreams, even when they face great difficulties. People can do whatever they want if they just set their hearts to it and just never give up. Just go out there and do it, she says.
Okay guys, so من أهم ومن أسرع الطرق اللي أنت تخليك يعني تسمع وتقرأ في نفس الوقت وتحسن المهارتين، okay، اللي هما الاستماع والقراءة في نفس الوقت دي، okay، اللي هو نفس الاكسرسايز ده reading ده، okay. someone speaker بيقرأ لك المقال الارتكل ده أو الباراجراف ده أو الكلمة دي، okay، بتبدأ بكلمة بعد كده جملة بعد كده paragraph or article زي ده essay، right. so من أهم وأسرع الطرق الاكسرسايز ده مهم جدا 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 تسمع كلام كتير كده بيتقال، النطق فيه سليم، تسمعه من speaker بتكرر وراه، بتعرف كلمات جديدة، اوكي، وبتكتب كلمات جديدة في النوت بوك بتاعك، وبتعرف كلمات كل يوم جديدة، expression جديد، idiom جديد، اوكي، بتستخدمه في كلامك. ده مهم جدا 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 وطريقة تحفة، اوكي. هقول لكم دلوقتي على application، اوكي، هو فيه الحاجات دي في نفس النظام ده بمواضيع مختلفة كتير جدا، اوكي، واوديو وقراءة، يعني الباراجراف قدامك او الارتكل قدامك وفي اوديو بيقرأ لك الارتكل ده، اوكي. في طبعا كلمات جديدة كل يوم تاخدها وحاجات كتير جدا حلوة جدا جدا. الابليكيشن ده اسمه ايه؟ VOA Special English Voice of America. VOA اختصار ل Voice of America. تلاقي الصورة دلوقتي عندك بتاعت الابليكيشن، حمله من على جوجل بلاي او ابل ستور وهتلاقيه عندك، اوكي. واستخدم يعني اقعد عليه كل يوم، اسمع مقال، اوكي، عن الاخبار، بيبقى فيه نيوز، بيبقى فيه politics، بيبقى فيه كل الانواع، يعني سبورت، كل حاجة، اوكي، مواضيع مختلفة كتير جدا. اسمع مقال كل يوم، اوكي، واقرأ وطلع كلمات جديدة منه واعرفها، اوكي. يبقى دي حاجة ليك، alright. زي الافلام زي المسلسلات زي الحاجات دي كلها، فهيساعدك جدا جدا جدا. Voice of America American native speakers طبعا بيقرأ لي المقال وهتلاقي كلمات جديدة تعرفها، فدي حاجة مفيدة جدا 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 وحاجة يعني سريعة جدا 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 لتعلم اللغة. okay just يعني try it, it's very good and it's very helpful guys. وادعولي بقى. okay وصلنا لآخر حاجة review listening comprehension. ده آخر حاجة listen to the conversations check the statements that are true. طبعا احنا حلينا exercise ده في السيشن بتاعة في المحاضرة يعني بتاعة الوحدة ديت. اوكي ولكن احنا دلوقتي هنسمع ال listening comprehension برضو. هتسمع مفيش transcript قدامك مفيش كلمات قدامك اوكي زي الاكسرسايز اللي فات، فده الاكسرسايز ده بيعرفك وبيقيم من مستواك. اوكي فاسمع وشوف هتفهم قد ايه وهتستوعب كام في المية.
Page 72. Review. Exercise A. Listening comprehension. Listen to the conversations. Check the statements that are true. Conversation 1.
Hey, why don't we go running together sometime?
Good idea. I need to burn some calories.
What do you mean? You're in pretty good shape.
Well, I eat way too much junk food. And after work, I just sit around and watch TV. I think I need to start exercising again.
Then let's start tomorrow.
Conversation 2.
Fred, what are you doing here?
Angela, what a surprise. I never see you here. Do you come to the pool often?
I'm afraid not. This is my first time in months.
So you don't swim regularly?
You know me. I'm basically a couch potato, but everyone has to change sometime, right?
Conversation 3.
So, what do you do to stay in shape?
Not much, actually. I'm just one of those people who can eat and never get fat.
I wish I could do that. If I'm not careful about the calories, I'm in big trouble.
Don't you do anything to stay in shape?
Me? No way.
Conversation 4.
Did you read about this blind athlete, Dave Healy?
No. What does he do?
He's a runner. He runs in marathons all over the world.
How can he do that if he can't see?
Well, he has to get help from another runner who can see. But from what I hear, the other runner has to work really hard to keep up with him.
Okay, guys. So يا رب تكون استوعبت. شوف انت بقى انت ومستواك. ف cool يا مان عادي. No problem at all guys. لو انت مش فاهم عادي جدا. اسمع patience. Okay, be patient. لازم تبقى صبور. Okay, وده بياخد وقت بياخد شوية مجهود. Okay, وهتلاقي نفسك بتتكلم كويس طالما انت بتتغلب على مخاوفك وبتتغلب على العوائق اللي عندك. هتلاقي نفسك بتعدي وبتدوس بتتكلم انجلش كويس جدا وبتتكلم انجلش قدام اي حد بدون اي خوف. اوكي بدون اي قلق من انك تغلط او تقول الكلمة دي غلط او النطق بتاعها مش سليم وهكذا. اوكي trust me we can do it. Okay, so keep going guys. I love you so much. So I hope ان انا اكون افدتكم alright وبفيدكم بالماتيريال بتاعتي والشرح بتاعي باذن الله. ولو عندك اي استفسار او اي حاجة كلمني على صفحة الفيسبوك. متنساش تعمل لايك للفيديو لو عجبك وسبسكرايب للقناة عشان يوصلك كل جديد من الفيديوهات القادمة بإذن الله. So thank you so much. See you next time.